Hello everyone, my name is Sir Spooks and today we'll take a look at 11 scary videos. But before we begin, make sure to subscribe to my channel for more scary content. Alright, with that said, let's begin. The first entry for today comes to us from the TikTok account Hats Off to the Energy, who says her sister is fixing up an old cabin located somewhere in Oregon. But she keeps getting interrupted by her dog, who seems really freaked out by something. On top of that, her toddler apparently keeps talking to someone who isn't even there. In the clip here, we watch as the uploader films the outside of the cabin, when all of a sudden, something genuinely eerie happens.
There's something moving in the door. The thing is, that door in there is really stiff. Like all of them are. So, there's nothing hanging there. Fuck is that? It's creepy. It's gotta be something. I don't know what. What the f***? It just, what the holy f***.
If you look at the top balcony, you can see some sort of creepy entity peering down at the uploader before it slowly creeps its way back inside the cabin, while the uploader watches in complete shock and awe. Many people in the comments speculated that the figure might just be a curtain blowing in the wind. However, in a second video, the uploader revisits the spot and seems to debunk that theory by showing there are no curtains hanging in that area at all, making the original clip even more unsettling. Later, she walks us through the inside of the cabin and explains that a couple used to live there decades ago. The husband eventually passed away, and it looks like all of their belongings were left behind. The place feels frozen in time. If the figure wasn't just a coincidence or trick of the eye, then something unexplainable may really be going on. Whether it's the lingering energy of the previous residents or something else entirely, the vibe of this place definitely leans toward the haunted. Let me know what you think in the comments. Over on TikTok, a man named Josh Robillard uploaded a video documenting some truly terrifying activity happening in his home. At the start of the video, Josh explains that he just got back from work and says there should be absolutely no one in the house at that time of day. However, he says that as he pulled into the driveway, something instantly caught him off guard. Let's take a look.
I just pulled up and what is that? Is that a person? Nobody in the house, nobody at all. Okay, well, guess I'll check it out. Okay.
As you can see, a dark figure is clearly visible looking out the window of Josh's house. But when he rushes inside to investigate just moments later, he finds nothing. No sign of forced entry, no lingering presence. It's as if the figure vanished into thin air, like it was never really there to begin with. In a second video uploaded later on, Josh is simply trying to unwind when he hears loud knocking sounds coming from somewhere downstairs. Naturally, he grabs his phone to document what's going on, and it only gets creepier from there.
Not again. Here he goes downstairs. Hello? think so. No. I'm done. I'm done.
Downstairs, a light flashes rapidly, and even more disturbingly, a child's rocking horse begins moving by itself. The video ends shortly after, leaving us with more questions than answers. When taken together, these two clips paint a pretty unnerving picture. It's one thing to see a mysterious figure in a window, but to then have physical activity, noises, lights, objects moving on their own, suggests this might be more than just a one-time haunting. Whether it's something demonic or just incredibly persistent, you can't blame Josh if he decided to pack up and leave for good. Some viewers have speculated whether this could be a hoax, but there's nothing conclusive to support that idea either way. Whether you believe it or not, there's no denying the eerie vibe these videos give off. Hopefully, Josh found a way to either cleanse his home or move somewhere far, far away. What do you think's going on here? Something paranormal or something else entirely? Let me know in the comments. TikTok user Paranormal with Liv posted a chilling series of videos that have been raising eyebrows across the platform. The first video, uploaded in May of 2025, shows Liv lying in bed just trying to relax for the evening. But things take a disturbing turn when she hears scratching noises coming from the room across the hall. And then this happens. At first, it's just quiet scratching, but then the string lights in her room are suddenly yanked down by what appears to be an invisible force. It's an intense escalation, and you can tell from Liv's reaction that she's absolutely terrified. Honestly, if that happened to me, I'd probably react the same way. In a second clip, Liv and her boyfriend return home after a DoorDash run, only to see something unsettling as they pull into their parking spot. Looking up at their window, they spot what looks like a dark, hooded figure staring out at them, and just as quickly as it appeared, the figure vanishes from view. By the third video, both Liv and her boyfriend are visibly shaken and hesitant to even walk into their own home. But when they finally do, they're greeted by something downright bizarre.
Don't mind our house, but the blanket is on the floor. If you guys saw my last video, it was hung up right there. What the?
The tack in a pile. Like, I could see them, like, just falling off the wall, but, like, I had
How are they, like, all in a pile like that? What?
A blanket is seen lying on the floor, and on top of it is a neat pile of tacks. No clear explanation, no apparent disturbance, just another strange and unsettling development. Some viewers have wondered if this could be a clever hoax or a series of staged events, but nothing about Liv's reactions or the way the clips play out feels overly dramatized. If anything, the rawness of the footage makes it feel even more believable. Whether this is a haunting, a prank, or something else entirely, this series definitely taps into something primal, our fear of being watched and of our own homes becoming unfamiliar. Let me know what you think. Is this real paranormal activity or just a very well executed setup? A video posted on September 22nd, 2009 by a YouTuber known as Blackwing96 shows a young teen explaining that he's been hearing bumping noises coming from upstairs, right where his room is. As he makes his way up, it doesn't take long for things to get seriously creepy.
I've been hearing some bumping noises upstairs, like right where my room is. I'm just gonna take a look at. Come on. Okay. Really? What the f was that? You guys hear that, right?
At around the 12-second mark, you can hear strange voices coming from his room, and about 30 seconds later, there's a loud sound, possibly a door slamming, followed by a series of knocking noises. When he enters the room, everything seems normal at first, but that quickly changes.
I don't really know what I'm supposed to say. Oh, can you do that again? Fuck this.
Suddenly, the cup sitting on his dresser moves on its own. There's no one near it. Blackwing 96 is clearly stunned and stumbles on his words in disbelief. He nervously asks the spirit if it can do it again, and it does. The cup is knocked off the dresser and hits the floor, sending him fleeing in terror. Unfortunately, Blackwing 96 hasn't posted anything in over 14 years, so an update is unlikely. Still, the video remains one of those early internet uploads that stuck with viewers over the years. Some believe it may have been a clever setup, but there's something about the raw, unpolished nature of the footage and the genuine sounding reaction that makes it hard to shake. Whether real or faked, it's still one of the more memorable early examples of a so-called poltergeist caught on tape. In February of 2025, TikTok user Ginger and the Foxes posted a video of herself walking around a dinosaur museum at an undisclosed location. At first, everything seems normal as she casually explores the place. She eventually stops in front of a large pterosaur model and remarks how scary it looks. But just as she's filming, something happens that's easy to miss if you're not paying attention.
Well, that's a little disconcerting. That thing is huge. Imagine trying to run away from that. No thanks, Jurassic Park. Gee.
If you watch closely, you can spot a moment where it looks like the pterosaur's head moves, just slightly, but enough to catch the eye if you're really looking for it. It's a blink and you'll miss it kind of moment, but if the clip is legit, it raises some weird possibilities. Could something paranormal have briefly taken control of this dinosaur statue? Sure, it might have been a trick of the light, or even subtle camera movement, but if not, then even museums might not be safe from eerie forces. This Reddit post from the UFO subreddit is absolutely fascinating, to say the least. The video in question was recorded on June 10th, 2025 at around 3:15 p.m. local time in a rural area near Yumbo, Colombia. Take a look at the footage.
Wait.
The footage lasts just over a minute and is mesmerizing to watch from start to finish. What stands out is the sphere itself. It appears to have a distinct band wrapping around its midsection, which makes it look even more mysterious. Interestingly, other similar sightings have been reported in the past, often near power lines or in populated regions. Videos like this have raised a lot of questions among viewers. What are these things? Why do they show up where they do? And perhaps the biggest question, what are they doing here? Could this be a genuine UFO sighting, or is it something else entirely that we still don't understand? Let me know what you think down below. Over on the Bigfoot subreddit, Reddit user UniqueAd1100 shared an intriguing video that's had people talking ever since it was posted a few weeks ago. In the clip, we watch as someone films a quiet forested area during the evening in an unspecified location. For the first 15 seconds or so, not much happens, but then the camera zooms in and things get a lot more interesting.
Are you joking right now? Look at these nails, peoples.
A mysterious figure can be seen moving through the trees. It appears to be cautiously looking around, maybe checking if anyone's nearby. While it's unclear whether it noticed the person filming, it definitely seems to be alert to something. Could this be the elusive Bigfoot? The shape and posture certainly line up with common descriptions, though unfortunately we don't get a clear enough view to say for sure. Still, it's a fascinating piece of footage that's bound to stir up debate. So what do you think? Could this actually be Bigfoot, or is it just another misidentified figure in the woods? This video, posted to TikTok by Ghosts on Camera 1, appears to showcase exactly what the username promises. It starts with the uploader casually sitting at home when out of nowhere, the doorknob behind him begins to rattle violently. According to him, this strange activity has been happening ever since he moved in, despite the building being brand new.
This has been happening ever since we've moved in. Ever since we've been moved in, this has been happening. It's a brand new building. I don't get it. Happens that often. The handle is even loose. Really, really fed up with this. It's all the time at the moment.
Even when he gets up to investigate, there's nothing visibly causing the disturbance. No one's behind the door, and there's no obvious draft or vibration that could explain the movement. Surprisingly, the man doesn't seem frightened at all, just visibly annoyed, calling the whole situation more frustrating than frightening. And honestly, that reaction is kind of refreshing. We're so used to seeing people scream and panic during paranormal events, but in this case, he's just fed up with it. Still, there's something particularly unsettling about this kind of occurrence in a brand new home. You'd expect this kind of activity in an old creaky house with a long history, not a recently built property, unless of course the land it was built on has its own story to tell. Whatever the case may be, let's hope this strange doorknob activity stops soon, and that this guy can finally get some peace and quiet. This next story comes from the interdimensional NHI subreddit, which is focused on all things UFO and non-human intelligence related, and this video in particular has been getting a lot of attention. Luckily, there's some helpful context surrounding this one. Investigative journalists Jeremy Corbell and George Knapp released this footage, which was captured by the US military and officially classified as a UAP, unidentified aerial phenomenon, by the US intelligence community. The object seen in the video has been described as disc-shaped and appears to make precise, intelligent maneuvers, without showing any signs of thermal propulsion. That alone sets it apart from any known aircraft. The incident reportedly happened on November 23, 2020 at 11:13 UTC, and the location was pinpointed to these coordinates. The footage was recorded using FLIR, forward-looking infrared, a type of military-grade thermal imaging. But despite using that tech, the object gives off no heat signature at all. The craft also made a sudden change in direction, again with no visible means of propulsion, and some reports even mention brief atmospheric disturbances during the encounter. Even after analysis, no one seems to know where this thing came from, what it's doing, or how it even works. That of course only adds to the mystery surrounding UAPs like this. TikTok user Flat7Ghost was just relaxing at home in the middle of the day when he suddenly heard strange noises coming from somewhere nearby. Naturally, he grabbed his camera and went to investigate. That's when things took a terrifying turn.
So the door's rattling again, so I'm just going to go and open it. Yeah.
What was that?
Mate, I'm not joking. What the hell was that?
What did you see?
There was something looking around the corner. Right. What the actual
As he rounds the corner, he spots something truly unsettling. What appears to be a shadowy figure briefly peering at him. His girlfriend, off camera, asks what he saw, and he tries to explain it as he cautiously continues his search. But no matter how much he looks, the figure is nowhere to be found. Still, if you rewind the footage and brighten it up, it's hard to deny that something is there, lurking just out of sight. What exactly this thing was or what it wanted remains a complete mystery. Some people think it might have been a ghost, while others wonder if it was a shadow person or even just a very convincing optical illusion. But if this was faked, it's done subtly enough to leave room for doubt. So what do you think is going on here? Paranormal activity or just a trick of the light? In May of 2025, a woman named Melody Rose posted a TikTok explaining that she just received a bouquet of flowers that mysteriously showed up at her house, no note, no sender, no explanation. But while she's casually telling the story, something seriously eerie unfolds in the background.
And I got these flowers. Boom. They're dying. I know, that's not weird because it's me, okay? They die. No note.
If you look closely at the 15-second mark, a terrifying face appears in the upper left corner of the door frame. It's subtle, but once you see it, it's impossible to ignore. After viewers pointed it out, Melody uploaded an update video where she brightened the footage to get a clearer look. And yeah, it only makes things creepier.
This is what I found.
She says her stomach dropped the moment she saw the face clearly, and honestly, can you blame her? It looks like something straight out of a horror movie. And about those mysterious flowers, could it be that this spirit had something to do with the delivery? Maybe it's just a weird coincidence, or maybe it was leaving a calling card. Of course, it's always possible that this was a clever hoax pulled off with some subtle video editing, but if not, this might be one of the most unsettling accidental captures on TikTok in a while. What do you guys think? Harmless spirit, elaborate prank, or something far more disturbing? And that was 11 scary videos. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, then subscribe for more scary content. My name is Sir Spooks, and I'll see you all in the next video.